What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we have an opening for a very exciting set. We're going to be opening up the Phoenix Rudder deck set that was just released from Takara. I'm super hyped for this one. I'm super excited for this one. So let's waste no time. Let's get right into it. All right, so taking a quick look at the back of the box here, we have all the breakdown information for each of the bays included in this set. Two of the bays here are actually recolors of previous releases. So we have a Wyvern Gale here recolored in black and white. Very nice, very cool to add to the collection, especially for that recolor. We also have Sphinx Cowl here as well, recolored in blue. Very nice addition. Wyvern Gale in the past has actually been a little bit difficult to get a hold of, so it's great that they've included that here. I also think the recolor is going to look very nice. We also, of course, have our mainstay, our headliner for this release, Phoenix Rudder. The brand new Phoenix release, this is actually a stamina type versus the typical attack type for the Phoenix releases, so I think that's quite interesting. We have some great new parts included here, so very excited to get that opened up. All right, so looking at everything included in the deck set, we do have our Sphinx Cowl recolor, as well as our Wyvern Gale recolor, and of course the Phoenix Rudder that everyone's been looking forward to. Included as well, we also get this manual here with a code for the Beyblade X app, the Japanese app, as well as a scale-up guide here. So just want to point out that you do get those 4 things included with this deck set release. Alrighty, so first things first, taking a look at our Phoenix Cowl here. Very cool release. I think the blue colorway or the blue recolor here is very nice. Although not a very competitive bay, I do think the design here is awesome. The blue colors really pop on here. We have that light blue, that dark blue as well. So very neat, very cool. I love that we got that. We also have a recolor here of 180. Interesting part to include on Sphinx Cowl. I'm actually not a huge fan of the one-sided ratchets, and the 80 height, in my opinion, is not fantastic. The blue color choices here are awesome though, so it's kind of nice to see those. Hopefully we'll get some other ratchets down the road in these blue recolors. And then last but not least, we have our blue recolor of Gear Flat. Very interesting bit, actually. Some people argue it's bad, some people have said it's decent. Regardless, it is kind of a cool bit. It did see its initial release with the Phoenix Wing, so it's nice to have a blue recolor here, especially for that blue Phoenix Wing that will be coming out here shortly. Alrighty, and taking a look at our recolor here of Wyvern Gale in that black and white recolor. Very nice, very cool. I actually quite like this bay, even though it's not super competitive. I think the design is fantastic. I like what they were kind of doing here with these Wyvern Wing designs. It's a very cool bay all around. Again, not super competitive. It does have some niche applications, but overall, this is more just for those collectors who want to get all the recolors. And looking at our ratchet here, 260, not an amazing ratchet. Actually, kind of a bit of a letdown upon release. We first saw this with Cobalt Dragoon, so you know we already have access to this part. It's not great. The actual ratchet itself is different than the render images that we initially saw, so it looks to be a little bit nerfed. But pretty cool recolors anyway. I like kind of the smoky black color that they've used throughout the Wyvern Gale release, and then this silver as well looks very nice. Again, not going to be a super competitive part. We'll probably leave this one in the toolbox, but again, kind of nice to have in the recolor. Again, color choices are fantastic, so I'll take it. Taking a look at our bit here, we have Spike. Again, not a very competitive part. There aren't many uses for this, and typically this is considered one of the worst bits in the Beyblade X line. So I think this would have been a good opportunity to include a Unite recolor in black. That would have been really cool. I just think that bit has a lot more potential. It's one of my favorite bits, and Spike we've had released a few times already. So I think they kind of missed the mark on Spike a little bit. It would have been nice to have seen something else, but in a black recolor, I guess I'll take it. And last but not least, we have the headliner here for the deck set. We have our Phoenix Rudder Blade. Man, this bay is so sick, dude. I was incredibly hyped for this before, but seeing it in person now, even more so. The only fault that I can give this thing is the bit chip sticker. I don't love the design of that compared to Phoenix Wing or Phoenix Feather, but all around, otherwise, this thing is awesome. I love the color choices here. The reds that they used and the kind of translucent, transparent, almost maroon that they use at the bottom here is fantastic. The red itself, the metal coat is amazing. I actually like this color more than the Phoenix Wing red, which is kind of surprising, but I do. I think the bit chip leaves a little bit to be desired, but the rest of the blade design is fantastic. Again, that side profile as well is just incredible. Again, this is our stamina release for the Phoenix line. Ironically, not an attack type. Funny enough, this actually probably has some attack potential. I have seen some testing footage and some in-person gameplay with this. Seems like it's a moderate attacker, probably a good balance type for the most part. I'm gonna do some of my own testing on this, but very cool blade, very awesome color choices, a great one to add to the Phoenix lineup. We'll also compare it here to Phoenix Wing. So my Phoenix Wing obviously has seen some use, it's a little bit beat up, but you can see there that the reds are a little bit different. This one's kind of a deeper, softer red, I would say, and this one is a little bit more harsh. Both very cool, both great metal coats, but I think I like this just a little bit better. And these launcher prongs on here also have a very nice color, kind of complementing the overall design. And then I want to take a second as well just to compare it to Phoenix Feather here. Obviously very different releases. Phoenix Feather and Phoenix Wing are both attack types. Rudder here is obviously a stamina type, so a little bit different as far as the application goes, but I just thought it'd be neat to kind of compare those two side by side as well. And then looking at our ratchet here, super hyped for this one. This is 970, our first release for 970 with some amazing colors here. Again, kind of a smoky gray, smoky black color there with almost a pink outer shell for the ratchet. I love the color choices here actually. I think they did a fantastic job. Overall, an amazing ratchet. Again, 9-sided, so one of the best ratchets right now, or ratchet shapes in the meta. Definitely worth adding to the collection, definitely worth having accessible. Awesome inclusion here in the deck set. And last but not least, we have Glide here. So this is the bit, brand new bit released with Phoenix Rudder. Very cool design overall. I actually look like I'm pretty lucky. Mine seems to be in good shape. Seems like there aren't any factory errors here. There were some quality control issues that were kind of plaguing these rudder bits, so it looks like mine maybe missed that, which is great. They've used some palm plastic here essentially on the tip, so that ball that you see there in white is your palm tip. That's going to help increase stamina, and then the bit itself is designed to also incorporate some defensive features. So I'm not sure if you can see that bump there, sort of that speed bump looking thing. They have one on each side. The purpose of that is actually to add stability and defensive ability to the tip or to the bit itself. Although a stamina bit by nature, those defensive portions there will, in theory, help to keep the base stabilized during impact. So very cool choice. I like the color here as well. I thought it would be a little bit more vibrant of an orange, but the color choices here are not bad. Definitely kind of complements that bit chip design on Phoenix. All right, so we'll do a quick assembly here for Sphinx Cowl. We have the blade here with a ratchet. Obviously we line it up and then insert our bit like so. Very basic, very easy to assemble. Again, great design here. Not super competitive, but definitely a cool one to add to the collection nonetheless. All right, for our Wyvern Gale assembly here, same thing. We'll just line up the ratchet, give it a twist, and insert our bit like so. And so that's your completed Wyvern recolor. Very cool blade design. I love that bit chip design. Very cool all around. Very nice to include in the collection here, or in the deck set, considering it was so difficult to get prior. Alrighty, and last but not least, we will do our Phoenix Rudder assembly. So taking the blade, taking our amazing 970 ratchet, we're gonna line it up like so and give it a twist. And then finally, we'll take our glide bit, insert like so, and we have our completed Phoenix Rudder. Such a cool base, such a cool design, a lot of really good parts here. So I'm very happy that they've included this in the deck set. I'm pretty hyped for it, so I'm gonna give it plenty of play testing, and who knows, maybe this thing has a lot of competitive potential. I've seen some great results already, so I'm hoping it lives up to the name, lives up to the hype long term. So we'll see where it goes. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, stay tuned for more. We have plenty of Classic Gen, MFB, and X content on the way. So if you guys enjoyed, definitely hit that sub button, definitely hit the like button, and stay tuned for more. Thank you guys for sticking with me to the end of the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.